Well, there it is. Josh Grant and team manager Jeremy Albrecht are pumped. Team JGR MX now has its first ever AMA Supercross victory in Jim under the most wild circumstances I believe I've ever seen. This might be the biggest upset in the history of this series. That's why they won the races. Josh Grant wins.
You know, I mean, I'm going to put a little feather in their cap. You know, I had a chance to go down with Toyota, and I was down there at their shop, and I saw everything that they're putting together. And I've always said, when opportunity and preparation meet, you will be successful, and that's exactly what we saw here tonight at Anaheim 1. Josh Grant comes away with, it's his rookie ride in the 450 class. He comes away with his first win in that class. I mean, you know, he had a little help from Stewart and Reed tangling up, you know, but, you know, he was in the right position at the right time. I mean, he got a good start. He had to, he knew that that was part of the key of getting up on that box is a good start. And like I said, he was handed a gift when those guys went down. And, you know, I was a little bit worried. 3 laps from the end, he gets a tough block, and I'm thinking, you know, you got to learn how to ride with a tough block, you know, in your rear brakes, because he didn't have brakes, and a couple times you saw him go all the way up to other tough blocks and almost throw it away. But, you know, he had a cool head, and he prevailed. He came away with that win. But what a great ride for him. Andrew Short, you know, second. You know, he's always going to be second. I thought, you know, if Andrew had that good start, that might have been Andrew Short with his first win in the Supercross class. And what can you say about Reed? He knows how to win championships, and, you know, he knew it was very important to get that third and get that very valuable 20 points. And unfortunate for James Stewart, he walked off. He's okay, but he's 25 points down to Josh Grant, and he's 20 points down on his rival, Chad Reed.
Well, you mentioned the preparation. Certainly, Josh Grant and Team JGRMX worked hard to get this. They were prepared, but the opportunity. The preparation meant opportunity when Chad Reed and James Stewart came together in a corner, and you were right down there to see it.
Yeah, it was one of those things, you know, I talked to Chad after, and he said, you know, I think James might have caught neutral going into the whoops, because all of a sudden he stopped suddenly, and I ran into the back of him, and that's why we went down. But what's the key thing that we always talk about? Never follow anybody, because stuff like that happens. If Chad Reed was, you know, a foot or two over, left to the right of James Stewart, and he's in neutral, he's not going to run into the back of him. But you know what? Those guys were in a dogfight out there. I mean, they were battling, and I've been in that position before. You know, you lose focus of, you know, hey, do I got to be the left of him or the right of him? You're just in the heat of the moment. You're battling. He was leading it. Stewart got by him. He saw an opportunity maybe to try and set him up for an inside pass, but unfortunately both those guys went down, but it was an exciting race.
Yeah, you want to try to figure out who's faster between James Stewart and Chad Reed. Well, their battle ended with both of them laying next to each other on the track, so I guess we'll call that a dead heat, and we'll go racing with those guys again in Phoenix. And how about this lights class? That one almost rivaled this one.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, Jake Weimer comes away with the second win of his career. He changes teams. He only did a one-year deal because he said, you know, I want all or nothing. I got to start winning races, and he proved it tonight. He came away with that win. But, you know, what a great ride for Dungey to finish up in that third position there. I mean, Dungey comes away, and he had a horrible night. I mean, he had a problem with the motorcycle braking in the heat race there. He had to come through the last chance, and he got a bad start because he had a bad gate pick. And, you know, what can you say with that third place? He did exactly what Chad Reed had to do. And on the other hand, look at the other rider who finished second, Ryan Morris on the Pro Circuit Monster Energy Kawasaki. He is like Weimer, you know. Mitch hired him on, and it's like we saw Darcy Lange and other guys. Mitch gives these guys a second opportunity. And, you know, Ryan Morris proved that he is worthy of that opportunity with finishing up second. And then the man who runs the #1 with the red background with the white #1, Jason Lawrence, he was on tonight. It's just he got tangled up. Him and Trey Kennard, both champions, unfortunately, came together. But he did exactly what he had to do. He could have lost the championship tonight. I mean, when he went down, everything was okay, but he had to get up and fight and finish up in that fourth position. You know, it's just going to be a great year. I mean, you know, I guarantee when we come back here to Anaheim, or we go to Phoenix, or we come back here for the third time in Anaheim, these are going to be sellouts because people know that these guys are out for blood.
Yeah, that's the goal when you come to Anaheim 1. People want to see the questions answered. We didn't answer any questions. We just added a whole bunch. Right. So you got to go to the rest of these races to figure out what's going to happen. Did anyone, even Josh Grant himself, do you think anyone was putting money on Grant to win this race tonight? That's as unpredictable gets.
Well, no. I mean, and Josh Grant talking with him, you know, he said that you know, his goal all season long is to finish in that top 5 and put himself in those positions. And if things happen, he reaps all the benefits with the win tonight there. The other rookie, on the other hand, Ryan Villapoto, rode a great race. I mean, at one point he was back in 15th or 16th. I think he brought it up into 5th or 6th tonight, 5th. So, I mean, that was a great ride for him. You know, that was a good foundation to start building from. You know, this is only one race of 17. You know, we got 16 more to go. So it's a long season, and I'm sure we're going to see more battles like this as the season progresses.
Man, what a stage we have set for 15 more rounds of racing here. It's going to be great. Make sure you join us every single weekend for Supercross Race Day Live. He's Jim Holley. I'm Jason Weigandt. We're exhausted. We're going to rest up and try to do it again in Phoenix. It was good.